Hello, and welcome to Why You Should Care, the web series where we give Uncle Sam a prostate exam and American politics a prescription for PrEP. My name is Alex Church. Yes, I am single. Why do you ask? And this is why you should care about the Electoral College. On November 3rd, 2020, the year of our Lord, the American people looked back on the last 4 years, looked back on the pandemic that has gripped this country harder than Homer problematically grips Bart's neck, and decided it was time for a change. It was time to leave fear behind, leave hate behind, leave rage behind, and instead vote for hope. Is what I wanted to say, but instead I'll say after 4 years of egregious lying, human rights violations, and Jesus Christ, 9 million McDonald's hamburgers, America just barely said no to bigotry, voting into office our 46th president and coma patient who just woke up, Joseph R. Biden. May he steer this goddamn ship straight for 5 fucking minutes so Lady Liberty can stop being seasick all over her best friend and masturbatory partner, the Bill of Rights. But it wasn't easy. Democrats who were hoping for a blue wave to give them unified control of government instead got more of a blue splash, what your mom thinks the Baja Blast is called. Though Biden has handedly won the popular vote by almost 4 million as of this taping, he still almost didn't win.
What? Why not?
The Electoral College.
But I didn't go to college.
Days after the election, legal battles are raging across the country like a 44-year-old white woman who was asked to put her mask on in Target. But with Biden so far ahead in the popular vote, how come the country can't make like your parents on Christmas and just stop fighting, please?
Why should I care?
Because, technically, we don't actually vote for president.
According to the Constitution, that crusty little document Republicans have been painting with racing stripes the past 4 years, the presidential election is held the first Tuesday after November 1st. There, the American people cast their ballots for the Electoral College.
What? I never went to college.
And God willing, you never will. For more, we go to Meredith.
Thank you, Alex, you sultry shit. Here to help us explain the Electoral College is the newly elected president. Ooh, that feels just okay to say. President Joe Biden.
When is he coming?
Who? You're President Biden.
Here, I'm just joshing with you. I know who I am. Most of the time.
President Biden, explain to us the Electoral College.
Basically, instead of actually voting for president, people vote for their state to vote for the president. It's a system that, like my brain cells, is a winner takes all. You either win the entire state and the entire electoral votes, or you end up nude in Denny's with no memory of ordering a Grand Slam.
And Grand Slam, your election was not. What pollsters predicted would be a landslide ended up being pretty hard for you.
Oh no, nothing's been hard for old Joe since '89. Best I can hope for now is a chubby, and that's even if I sniff your scalp.
Well, you sniffed America's scalp and it elected you by almost 5 million. How do you feel about the popular vote?
Well, I won it. Just like I won my daily battle of crossing the street without stopping. But unfortunately, we don't elect presidents by the popular vote. Otherwise, right now, you'd have President Clinton too. Electric Boogaloo. Instead of Trump and myself, or as I like to call us, Laurel and Hardy, if Laurel is a flaming racist and Hardy was just Hardy.
Would you support abolishing the Electoral College?
Oh, no. I can barely support my own head. If I lean too far into one direction, I just fall over like a baby.
The new leader of the free world. Back to you, Alex.
So instead of voting for president, we vote for other people to vote for president for us?
God, it sounds even dumber coming from you. But yes.
What kind of idiot thought that one through?
Well, when the country was first started back in 1776, lots of people were uneducated. Thank God we fixed that problem. The Founding Fathers, knowing they were making a government for a country with the collective intelligence of a pandemic birthday party, had to make some adjustments. So they created the Electoral College, the worst American university since American University. And honestly, for the time, it made sense. Back then, they didn't even have toothbrushes, let alone running water or a mass communications network. People wouldn't even know who was running, their policy goals, or if they were a viable candidate, but still be expected to vote. I mean, could you imagine voting for someone with no experience to run an entire country? So instead, they created a buffer layer of educated representatives to do the thinking for us, essentially putting a tissue paper cover over the toilet bowl of American politics. But as the country grew and technology advanced, it stuck to Lady Liberty's ass like an unwanted child at a bus stop. Contrary to the last two elections, Americans aren't the uninformed idiots we used to be. The Industrial Revolution has allowed us to diversify and specialize our skills away from mere survival into things like brain surgery, engineering, and silly web shows that will haunt us for the rest of our lives. Additionally, the internet and social media have allowed candidates and the nudes they leak accidentally to reach the entire country in moments.
Wait, if we're so much smarter now, why president can we not vote? President can't vote.
Because America, like a bank teller who ran out of pennies, hates change. There have been over 800 attempts to get rid of it, but since the Electoral College is written in the Constitution, it would require a huge national movement to get it replaced with something else. And in total honesty, like a green tea enema, it really isn't all that bad.
1. Every state is guaranteed at least 3 votes in the Electoral College, 1 for each federal representative, meaning that every state is for sure included in the presidential election process. 2. This guaranteed representation prevents states with a huge population from sucking up all of the presidential candidates' attention, forcing them to consider the issues of smaller states and rural areas. 3. Ensures that a president is elected by a majority of 270 votes in the Electoral College rather than a plurality of regular votes. Because why would we elect the person who wins the most votes?
But there are some definitive downsides too. Since every state is guaranteed a base number of votes, a vote in Wyoming holds more sway than a vote in California.
But that's not fair.
Just like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, you right. It sucks, plain and simple. 5 presidents have been elected without winning the popular vote, including George Bush and Donald Trump, otherwise known as an egg, pre- and post-boil. So either we have a popular vote that disenfranchises small states, or an electoral college that over-enfranchises small states, or we open up a TGI Fridays and franchise the shit out of the entire western seaboard with overpriced apps and Americana fun. Well, unlike a pregnant teenager in the South, we have options.
Nebraska and Maine, 2 states filled with people known for their great choices, like living in Nebraska and Maine, both follow a system of congressional electors, where instead of a winner-takes-all, they allocate their electors based on the votes of their congressional districts. This system means if a candidate loses a state, their votes aren't thrown into the wind like an Alabama 10th grader who missed her period. Or we could switch to ranked choice voting. So rank it's dank. This system has voters rank candidates in order of preference. If after the first round no one gets a majority, then the biggest loser has their votes redistributed until someone gets a majority. For the first time since 1776, every vote counts.
Either way, and this may shock you, America has a lot of work to do. So if you're feeling fatigued about the emotional lobotomy that has been this election, stop, get some TLC, have some CBD, then a little PCP, and look in the description of this video for more resources to get informed. Just because Biden is president doesn't mean the world snaps back into place. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you've seen, please like and share this video so your relatives have something new to hate online.